And they're off in the Preakness.
But here comes Secretariat. He's moving fast, and he's going to the... He's beginning to draw away. It is Secretariat.
Reputed testimony charging along the rail. Reputed testimony in front. Reputed testimony wins the Preakness for 1983.
Terry Fudge takes command. Mike Smith wins the Preakness.
And they're into the stretch.
And the race is on.
Away he goes.
Funny side, and Jose Santos turning the Preakness into a runaway. It is funny side. With Oxbow and Gary Stevens to win the Preakness. Gary Stevens did it on Oxbow. Red Route 1 is moving in high gear on the outside. Red Route 1! And here comes Perform! Here comes Perform in time! MAGE coming strongly down the outside. As they come into the final 16, and it is going to be MAGE to win the Kentucky Derby.
Courtland Simmons with you here at the CS Racing Report with the Preakness Picks Podcast Part 2. And as we take a look at this reduced by one field of 7 compared to the original 8, with first mission going out for trainer Brad Cox, had the second best buyer and Equibase speed figure numbers. He's out of the field. So with the 7-horse field, when you look at these horses, look at the odds, and you look at their speed figures, as we'll show, there is a huge gap between the Derby winner, post number 3, MAGE, 105, 104 in buyer and Equibase. There's a disparity and a significant gap to the next horse, National Treasure, who's at 97 and 101, coming out of the number 1 for Bob Baffert, seeking his 8th Preakness. Therefore, who's going to step up? There's a lot of closers in this, stone cold closers in this race. MAGE is somewhat considered to be that, but he's a little more tactical, and I think in this race, when you look at the pace scenario and the trip setup, I think he's going to show a little bit more speed. The question is, what are Perform, Blazing Sevens, and Red Route 1 going to do? Are they just going to come from the back and try to make the one run and then improve drastically? MAGE, with that 105, that sparkling number at Churchill, he's going to have to drop back 5 points, and these horses are going to have to run 7 points better just to get to a triple-digit century mark 100 to match up with MAGE. If MAGE runs anything like he did in the Preakness, his 105 is the exact number early voting ran in the 2022 Preakness 12 months ago, and 4 points higher than Rich Strike ran 2 weeks before that in 2022 in the Derby. So these horses Perform in particular at 85. He's going to have to run 15 points better just to get to MAGE dropping back to 100. And then when you look at the low 90s horses in Red Route 1 and Blazing Sevens at 92 and 93 respectively, they're going to have to run probably better than 7 points if MAGE runs anything like what he did in the Derby. Even if he doesn't, I think the likelihood that these horses can run their buyer best and win a race like the Preakness is highly unlikely. So they're all going to have to improve. A lot of people think Perform is one of those horses that can do that. Others may believe that the Derby winner is going to be toppled by a horse like National Treasure, pulling an Oxbow in 2013, getting loose on the lead, and then building up an insurmountable margin in which the closers can't make up the deficit. That is the theory for those who believe you want to empty your pockets and go against the Derby winner. Hence the picks. Once you look at the race setup, the 1, the 3, the 7, and the 5, Bob Baffert's National Treasure on top, 1, 3, 7, 5, or you can flip that second and third, 1, 3, 5, 7, with Blazing Sevens holding up the tail end of that super, and Red Route 1 on the first one. 1, 3, 7, 5, 1, 1, 3, 7, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7. And then if you believe Performer, if you want to throw caution to the wind and believe that Federico Tessio is a building block for Preakness Triumph or Preakness Perfection, then it's the 6, the 3, the 1, and the 5. Perform beating MAGE with National Treasure and Red Route 1. As you can see a common theme there, Blazing Sevens or Red Route 1, MAGE, and horses of the like. And then the flip of that would be Perform, the 6, the 1, the 3, and the 7, MAGE finishing third, Blazing Sevens fourth, and Perform edging out National Treasure. Could go that way, but there's going to have to be some improvement. And National Treasure, his numbers are good, but can he get the trip? Can he last the mile and 3/16? His Santa Anita Derby finishing fourth wasn't that bad, but again, he's one of those upset specials along with Perform. Once again, 6-3-1-5, 6-1-3-7, or 6-1-3-5. But I'm sticking with the Derby winner, as I said in part one. I believe MAGE is going to show the tactical speed. I don't think he's going to be 25 out of it and, coming from downtown to win. If he does, he's a tremendous horse. They may want to be conservative with the short turnaround of 13 and a half, 14 days from the Derby. But I think he'll be able to not only run as well as he did in the Derby, maybe even a little better. He might be a superstar. The 3, the 1, the 5, the 6. Or you can go 3-1-5-7 with Blazing Sevens again, filling out the super. Or you can go flip the second and third, the 3, the 5, the 1, the 6, or the 3, the 5, the 1, and the 7. Well, again, with MAGE on top. And then another variation could be Blazing Sevens finishing second, the 3, the 7, the 6 with Performer third, and the 1, National Treasure, filling out the super there, or 3-7-6-5 with once again MAGE on top. Keep in mind that Blazing Sevens is coming in on a pattern that Chad Brown has used twice to win the Preakness, running in what would normally be final Kentucky Derby preps, bypassing the Derby and coming into the Preakness. Cloud Computing third in the Wood Memorial, won the 2017 Preakness after skipping the Derby, and then just 12 months ago, early voting, won the Preakness after running second to Mo Donegal, eventual Belmont winner in the Wood Memorial, skipped the Derby, won the Preakness with a 105 buyer. But I'm going with MAGE, who ran a 105 himself in the Kentucky Derby, to do the same, run a sparkling race, and keep the Triple Crown hope alive in the Preakness Stakes. Those are my picks. We'll certainly wrap it up and cover that and recapping that on the Triple Crown Trail along with other graded stake races right here at the CS Racing Report.